What's up, everybody? Gerard here, as always, with your 3T Podcast official YouTube channel. It's Wednesday. That means Raw and Smackdown QuickTake reviews, the good, the bad, and the ugly of WWE programming this week. This is our post Stomping Grounds episode, so we're seeing the initial build-up to WWE Extreme Rules. So we're going to start off, as always, with our Monday Night Raw review. The ugly, no women's tag team champions on the show. Like I said, it always feels one or two champions can't be on a show. This goes for both Raw and SmackDown here, and it's very evident with the women's tag team titles as they feel. I feel like they get left out majority of the time. Now for the bad, wasn't a lot of bad on Raw this week, and a lot of ugliness on Raw this week. I wasn't too keen on the tag team title champions teaming up against them, but they didn't. I would have had maybe Bryan not be the last team or whatever. It didn't really mesh well. The Revival left Daniel Bryan alone. Yeah. It doesn't really make sense unless they're going to build up to maybe a unification match for both titles. Now for the good, this episode had a lot of good, right? We had the R-Truth shenanigans, as always, which are hilarious. We had the Undertaker saving Roman from Shane and Drew. If he didn't, that probably would have been the ugly on this episode, but the Undertaker's appearance was surprisingly good. Even though, I've very been critical on him on social media about his age and how he looks as a performer, but this appearance works. And it's something that's feels like it's a long-term thing, building back to when Roman beat him at WrestleMania, right? Then we had Becky Lynch and Seth, the man's man, whatever you want to call it, going to be at Extreme Rules against Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin for all the titles. I think this has only happened twice in WWE history. Once was when it was Kofi and Mickie James versus Beth Phoenix and Santino Marella at a SummerSlam. I don't know what year it was, but it was for both titles. Santino and Beth Phoenix ended up winning. The second time a men's title has been defended with women in the match was Edge, and I want to say might have been Vicky Guerrero. Someone would correct me in comments. It was Edge and Kelly against Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero. Yeah, now I got it. But as you get my point, this is something that they don't really do. It's going to be a very fresh idea. And I think it's going to help Seth as a babyface being paired with Becky, who's kind of a magnet for popularity within the fan base, right? So this week's episode, I'm going to give it a 7. Yeah, a 7. Believe it or not, Raw was very entertaining. I didn't really get bored within the show, which kind of happens within a 3-hour show. So that means very good things, and it's up from the last couple weeks, way up from like 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is a step in the right direction. If they could keep me interested in this product with shows like that, WWE's in for a better end on the second half of 2019. Now for SmackDown, the whole Elias 2 out of 3 falls with The Miz thing. If you wanted Elias to feud with The Miz, I would have been cool with it, because I think that'll be a very entertaining feud. But we're interjecting Shane into it just to get him on television some more. He's been done with The Miz since the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, right? Right? So he offers The Miz a chance to fight him again. Why? Right? That's the whole beatdown. There was no run-in from Roman or Undertaker to build up their feud. It just felt like, let's get him more television time. And that's what it really was at the end of the day. The bad, I wasn't really into this Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville thing that they're doing. I don't know. This is something that, once again, could be used to build for the women's tag team title picture, right? But we're not going to get that. Obviously, we're not going to get that. So, I don't know if they're teasing them breaking up or maybe a romantic angle between the two, which would be different for WWE, but it didn't really sit well with me right now. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll be changing my mind on that storyline, but we'll see. The good, once again, this is another good episode outside of what I mentioned just now. I loved the Kofi stuff with Ziggler. I thought the match was very good. Kofi is once again excelling as the WWE champion. I loved the Shinsuke Nakamura stuff. Him and Finn Balor, I think that was probably my favorite thing of the show because I popped pretty big for it. because I'm a big Nakamura mark, and I'm a big mark for Finn, but Nakamura is one of my all-time favorites. So seeing him and Finn again reminds me of what NXT was in 2016, which is what they should be trying to recreate on Raw and SmackDown, because NXT 2016 was insane. Now, before that I go into rating of SmackDown, I want to touch on something that affected both shows. Bray Wyatt's puppets, Rambling Rabbit, Mercy, Abigail and the gang, showing up and stuff. I know some people might have missed some of those things. I know a lot of people missed the Mercy the Rabbit one on Raw, but we saw the Pig, Rambling Rabbit, Abigail, Mercy throughout both episodes. No episode of Firefly Funhouse. He's going to be re-debuting soon, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. I like that the puppets are separate characters, and that it's not just a figment of his imagination. That's what I initially thought it was. Also, Aleister Black's promo, a lot of people are connecting the two. Maybe we'll see both of them, right? Maybe they'll feud, and maybe for SummerSlam, but we'll see. For SmackDown, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed this one a little bit more than Raw, just because of the Kofi match and the tag matches. And a lot of the little stuff with that going on, I really enjoyed it. It was very, very easy to get through SmackDown this week, which is a good thing. Now, both shows were very easy to get through this week, and it was fun. Both around a 7. Like I've been saying, you got to keep building. You're not going to have 10 out of 10 shows right off the bat. But if they keep this up, they might just do it. Now, that's all for now for our quick take reviews. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with my ratings? What do you think of the storylines building up to Extreme Rules? Heck, tell me what you thought of Stomping Grounds. Like, comment, subscribe. I have links below to our social media. We're on the WrestlePost app, which is a pretty great directory for professional wrestling. And we're on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Apple. If you don't want to see my face, and you just want to listen to me and my co-host Chris talk about professional wrestling and things outside of professional wrestling, check out our podcast Through the Table, right? And thank you all for watching. And until next time, peace out.